President Biden now trying to blame the GOP for soaring prices nationwide. Yesterday, he tweeted, he put it in writing, in case you missed it. Republicans are doing nothing but obstructing our efforts to crack down on gas price gouging, lower food prices, lower health care costs, and hopefully soon lower your prescription drug cost. But Biden had a completely different message when he was a candidate back in June 2020. He tweeted this: "Unlike this president, I'll do my job and take responsibility. I won't blame others. I'll never forget that the job isn't about me, it's about you." Joining me now, Washington Times opinion editor and Fox News contributor, Charlie Hurt. Charlie, I'm going to shut up. You talk.
No, it's amazing. I mean, it's like they're not even trying anymore. First of all, just to sort of, let's not forget, Democrats do control everything in Washington. They control the White House, they control Congress, they control both houses of Congress. So the idea that Joe Biden and his Democrats are going to start blaming somebody else is absurd. But here's the real thing, and this is where you know he's really lost it. One of the first things you learn as a kid is if you need to come up with an excuse for something that you've done, you only come up with one explanation. Don't ever try two different explanations. If you bring the car back and the bumper's all messed up, you don't tell your dad that I hit a deer and I hit a mailbox. You say I hit a deer, or you say I hit a mailbox. But whatever you say, you stick with it. And now I think we're on, by my count, we're on to the third thing that Joe Biden is blaming this mess on. He started with Vladimir Putin. Well, no, actually, it's the fourth thing, because he started with Donald Trump. Remember, for a year, everything was still Donald Trump's fault. Then it was Vladimir Putin's fault. And then after that, it was the gas station owner's fault. And now it's Republicans' fault. So he's violated the most important rule of covering your rear end when you've screwed something up really badly, and that is coming up with more than one explanation for why the front bumper of your dad's car is dented.
Well, and this game that he's playing, it's so predictable. Over and over again, it's create a problem, deny there's a problem, and then blame anybody else for said problem. And toward the end of last year, when inflation was clearly the #1 issue for Americans, it was the #1 issue of the whole year, that he had blamed big oil, big lumber, big meat, for the problems. Mark Levin said even big tampon for the shortages that people were experiencing. I quote Mark Levin on that, by the way.
Right. But I think the most important thing you said there is how predictable all of this stuff was.
Right.
Every single one of these things you can tie directly back. I'm not an economist. I don't understand how any of this stuff works. But you can tie even I can see, you can tie every single one of these problems directly back to policies that have, they're not just Joe Biden's fingerprints all over them. They were completely created by Joe Biden, whether it's the crisis at the border or gas prices. I mean, the invasion at the border or the price of gasoline. Every single one of these things, it's a direct line from Joe Biden's policies to the problem. And the American people see that. Even Democrats see that. Everybody sees that. It's so obvious. And so now we've gotten to the stage where they're not even creative about trying to come up with explanations for it, especially since they spent the first year denying that it was even a problem, denying that and the worst is the inflation, denying that inflation is a problem doesn't help anyone, first of all, doesn't solve any problems, but it also really makes people mad because people are like, no, wait a minute. There is inflation. I just got back from the grocery store, and I don't have lint in my pockets left. I have nothing. And they're gonna, and now they're doing it with this business about the recession. The White House claiming, oh no, there's not really a recession. It's like it's almost like, why don't they just say buck up and quit complaining?
Right.
Because they don't want to hear about it anymore. Because that's basically what they're saying.
I don't think it's the deer versus the mailbox. I think it's, hey, fella, who cracked the windshield on my car? And you get, it was little Timmy. It was It was little Timmy, and then it was little Phil, and then it was little Donnie, and then it was little Charles.
I'm just trying to come up.
And now he's blaming the groundhog.
Shred of credibility to the guy.
No.
I bet. What was your go-to? What was your go-to excuse? I bet you had some of the best excuses.
No, because I'm a bad liar, so I wrecked a car and I wrecked a car. That was pretty much it.